dog chasing a cat. Like they have a cat and then they get a dog and they're doing this, like they think that they're socializing the dog with the cat by letting the puppy play with the cat. Big mistake. Big mistake. You're setting the stage for just, the puppy chasing the dog. Most people don't have any common sense when it comes to dogs. Hey, let's see. Down. No, down. And they just train their dog to chase the cat. Now, there's things that you have to worry about, like the dog killing the cat when it's older. And it can happen. Don't think that it can't happen. Some dogs, like this dog, he wants to chase cats. I never let him start once he came in. And now I can walk him through the house and he's leaving the cats alone. So when he first came in, no way, he'd run after the cats. I got a duck over here. I don't want him hurting anybody. Now, he is a hunting dog. He's a Vizsla. And all the hunting dogs are sort of notorious for being soft-mouthed. If it was a Rottweiler, a German Shepherd, a Malinois, so, a hard-mouthed dog, a pit, it's just a fact. They're harder-mouthed and they don't have a history of, listen, hunting dogs, we manipulate the prey drive, okay? All dogs, that's what we're doing, is we're manipulating the drive. So the hunting dogs, we have them stop at the bite. Well, actually, a bird dog stops at the chase, okay? And like a retriever stops at the bite. But even the dog that stops at the chase, the bird dog, once it's shot, then they go retrieve it, they're soft-mouthed. So there's been a lot of breeding of notoriously soft-mouthed dogs. It's just sort of like muscle memory over time, genetics, and so not that you don't have to worry about a hunting dog killing a cat. They can definitely do it, and they start scaring the cat, and what happens is the cat will run. That's telling the dog to chase it. And it's not going to be the dog's fault, because it's your fault because you didn't deal with the puppy in a proper way. So don't think that socializing your dog with older dogs, letting an older dog, don't do that. You want your dog to be calm around older dogs. You want your dog to be calm around other animals. And you do that by using a leash and a crate. Okay? And taking the dog to the dog run, that is not socializing your dog with other dogs. It's teaching the dog to fight. I don't know why I have to explain this. It's infuriating. So I get it. People don't get it. They're like, they have a cat, they get a dog, and when it's real young, the puppy's real young, you're like, hey, it can't do anything. And it's not that big of a deal. But once the dog's 9 months old, this guy's fast as shit. He is. He's really fast. They'd love to chase my cats. He would. So how do you get the dog to stop chasing the cat? You have him stop chasing the cat. And the number one way to do this is with a leash. But you have to be holding your leash properly. You have to have the dog trained to heel properly. And that's one thing that I didn't bring. Let's see, Merlin was in this room. Merlin went home. By the way, his owners did great. Merlin's doing great. 0 problems. They got this. So then after Merlin's gone, I'm like, I'm moving Lutzy in here because I want Lutzy. See, there's the cat, right? He's not flipping out. He can see the cat, but he can't chase after it. So when it's a puppy, if you're always using heel and taking it outside, it's on a leash from the crate to outside, and you're not letting it chase after the cat, it's never going to happen. You're never going to have that problem. Okay? But once it does happen, how do you get the dog to stop chasing the cat? One, you use a leash, and you have to use a crate. So I know that when he's down here, see, he's not totally obsessed. If he was a cat killer, which I've worked with them too, he would know where that cat is, and he would be pointing the other way and just obsessed because he'd know that the cat is up on there. He's not. That's not a cat killer. That's a cat chaser. That's a puppy. That's it. So it was a matter of teaching him heel, one, and then once he was working heel and Merlin was out of here, I'm moving him in here just to like habituate him more to the cat and the birds. Because in there, even in there, he was smelling the cats. He's walked through here before. He's seen the cats. He's seen the dog. But I always had him on a leash. I never let him run after the cat or the dogs. Hey, down. He's in that crate too because he was in a wire crate. He has separation anxiety, which he's doing real good. But he was lifting his leg at night and peeing out of the wire crate. So I have him in this crate. You know, remember, if you're trying to crate train, you need the dog to have enough room to stand up and turn around in. Be able to go down in the down position. That's it. Once they're good, then you can give them more space. But so you have to have the dog that can heel and is responsive. If you say sit, it sits. It has to be paying attention to what the human is saying. If you have the dog in a house with a cat and it's been chasing the cat and it doesn't listen to you, putting an e-collar on it isn't going to help it. You have to, e-collars, you know, people don't get them. They don't. You have to condition those in properly, and it's just like, that's not going to do it. And once the dog starts chasing another dog, or say the dog's in a fight, you would never put the e-collar on because it's going to make the dog more excited. It's going to make the dog want to fight more. You have the dog running after the cat, you turn up the e-collar, hit the button, that's going to make the dog want to go after the cat more. You're increasing drive. You want to manipulate the drive, not increase it. Okay? So you have a bird dog or a water dog, you've been hunting, a deer pops up and they start chasing it. What do? You don't hit the e-collar? No fucking way. It's just a sign that your dog isn't properly trained, because it should stop when it should do a whistle stop, or a remote stop. It's not. You can't say, no, sit, and it's sit. So you need to do more yard work. You don't dial up the e-collar. That's going to make it want to chase the deer more. And any dog trainer that's telling you different you're getting ripped off. People get ripped off. They don't know. They're just telling you something that sounds good. So, him not chasing the cat. Now, I can walk him through the house off leash. Totally off leash. Stays at heel, we go outside. I don't know. He's been in this crate 2 days or something. Maybe it's the third day. When he first moved in, I brought him in when it was dark, okay? And I also put this box. See that box next to it? I put that in front of the crate because visual stimulation is a problem for these dogs that chase the cats. Even the cat killers. So the cat killers I totally cloak. So they can smell the cat, and then they're not seeing the cat really until I'm taking it out of the crate and have a leash on it so that I can have control and make sure that Bucket and Kittles don't get hurt. He's been working around dogs for a long, long time. Long, long time. He knows what he's doing, and so do I. So we don't want Bucky to get hurt. And remember, if something happens where that would stall the progress of the dog. So before I'm doing off leash with this dog, I'm walking the dog through. It's a loose leash, and the dog is functioning, and then I know that he can go off leash. But at no time am I just letting the dog out and roam around, because he's only been doing this for a while, and you wouldn't do that anyway with this young dog anyway. This is a young dog. If you can't watch the young dog, it's a 9-month-old bird dog or something. You can't leave a dog like that. You're going to work, you leave a dog like this out of a crate, you're not going to have that dog very long. You're going to get separation anxiety. You'll be hitting the ER. That dog's going to chew on your couch. He's going to wreck your stuff. Don't, okay? Your dog needs to be properly crate trained. And if you have a cat that's properly crate trained, when it's out of the crate, it doesn't think that it's supposed to chase the cat. He will not run, my cat. He will not run. So say when he goes back, the owner's going to have to do something. He can't just like let the dog loose in the apartment or the house and say, okay, you're supposed to get along with the cat. You have to give the dog direction. And a young dog like this, you can't just have it wandering around the house. Okay, that's just nonsense. I don't know where that nonsense ever started. So if he has the dog out, it's not going to chase after the cat. It'll be under control. It'll say sit or down or whatever. And as long as the dog gets habituated to that cat, I got another cat in here, Kittles. He's, she's a barn cat. She's not the highly groomed bucket. So, do you understand what I'm saying? It'd be the same thing as the cat that he knows. He's not going to do it, but the owner can't. You can't just say, oh, my dog was trained, now I don't have to do anything. I don't think that guy thinks that anyway. I'm saying to you, not his owner. I think his owner gets it. His owner just didn't know how to, get the dog to quit chasing the cat and quit chasing birds. Piece of cake. I was like, yeah, I'll train your Vizsla, no problem. Man, bird dogs. I've been around them since I was a kid. Those and water dogs and dogs in general. But I'm like, it's not going to be any problem already. I don't know, he's been here for 3 weeks or something. I don't know. But I just moved him in. But remember, I gained control doing yard work first. So the dog will listen to me. So if the dog was being a douche, I can tell it no. No is conditioned in for me at this point. We worked with him on heel, right? Did Destiny work with him too? Yeah, I think so. We both worked with him on heel. So he's healing much better. He's going to do it even better. But I mean, at this point, it's close to where I'd feel comfortable with him out in the field. But he's a real fast bird dog. So I also want to do some whistle commands with him before we go out there. I'll go out there with a long line, whatever. This dog's no problem. But you can't let the puppy wrestle around with your dog and chase your dog or your cat, right? And the puppy shouldn't be wrestling around with the adult dog. That's a good way to get the puppy killed. Don't think it doesn't happen. It happens all the time. It's looked as an interloper. It's a food stealer. No good. Your puppy, if you want it to be socialized to human or other animals, it doesn't involve the human being hand wrestling with the dog or petting the dog when it's jumping up on them. That's not it. You teach the dog to be a good citizen around humans. Nobody has to touch your dog. To socialize it, that's bullshit. To socialize your puppy, it doesn't need to be with other dogs. It needs to be compliant around other dogs. And you don't do that in a dog run. Never take your dog to a dog run. That's bullshit. Besides, you're like, oh, it has to socialize with They adopt humans. Do you understand what I'm saying? It views you as like a weird-looking dog. It doesn't need to be hanging around with a Cocker Spaniel or, what Great Pyrenees. It doesn't need that. It's got you. And a lot of the problem with dogs is, the dogs start looking at the owner as an equal. No good, because do you understand why? They're going to start treating you like a dog. So if it has this tendency to look at you like you're an equal, you have to make sure, okay, I might be the weird-looking dog, but you're 4 on the floor. You're never letting the dog walk in front of you. You don't let the dog walk behind you. It walks at heel. And heel is on one side. If you're seeing this dog whisper crap with dog over here, dog here, it's in proximity. Wrong. You have a dog that chases cats. You have a dog trainer that's putting a head collar on your dog. You're not changing the dog. You're not teaching it heel. It's still going to chase that cat. For it to stop chasing the cat, you've got to gain control. And the only way you can do that is with training. And common sense. You're bringing the dog in that chases cats. Don't let it look out the crate at the cat and fixate on the cat. Like the pits, like a couple pits that forget the breed. That if killed cats, you bring them in and they're like every move the cat makes. So what do? You cloak it so that the cat can only see it with its nose, not its eyes. Visual stimulation is not so hot for your dog. It's not real. It's their number one sense is scenting, and these dogs that aren't trained, they just have a tendency to, look for everything. That's the dummy launcher. That's one of the things. Like they start looking for gunpowder residue. So you can change the cat easy that chases the cat by changing the dog's behavior and changing your behavior. Okay? Now the cat that chases the cat and kills the cat, man, if you send it off someplace to be trained, you have that cat in a yard, and wherever it's killed this cat before, you can never trust it. It's your job to make sure it never kills again. I'm thinking about somebody. I work with their cat. It was great around my cat. The problem was it kept killing in the yard. This asshole calls me 6 months later. Yeah, it was going great, and then all of a sudden he started killing cats again. I said, cats? How many? I don't know, like 3 or 4. I was speechless. And I said, well, how's he doing that if you're watching him? Well, he started doing it, just go inside real quick. Fuck you. Fuck you. You can't change stupid. If your dog has killed another animal, you don't have to put the dog down, but you have to get it trained, and you have to watch it like a hawk. That's your responsibility that it never happens again. That's like if you have a biter. You got a dog that bit somebody, one bite, that's it. It's never supposed to bite again. I don't care what the excuse is. If you're breaking up a dog fight or something, well, the dog should have never been in a fight. It's your fault. There's no excuse for it. It's always the human's fault. If it's aggressive, it's not trained properly. Even the aggressive dog, right? Say you got an aggressive dog, it was trained properly, you could have it at down place or something, somebody answers the door, it knows that it's not supposed to move. So how's it gonna fucking bite the person at the door unless the idiot comes in and starts petting the dog? Leave the dog alone. I'm training the dog, don't touch my dog. Okay? You take that dog that has a bite history in public, it's your responsibility if you're walking it on the street that nobody sneaks up, and I've had it done in Brooklyn. They sneak up and try and pet the dog on the butt. I've heard, oh, this looks just like my dog. What? That's not your dog. That is not your dog. People are stupid. People are stupid, and this whole fur baby thing, like, give me a fucking break. It's a subspecies of the wolf. All of them are. That prey drive is always going to be there. Hey, knock that off, Dick. Hate that sound. That prey drive is always going to be there. Okay? It's always going to be there. What I do here is I manipulate it, and I try and turn it into play drive, not prey drive. I want the dog to play. And to play, you got to play by the rules. So instead of chasing the rabbit and killing the rabbit, it's doing a retrieve. Okay? You can change your dog, but you have to change. You have to change. I had to tell 3 people, I had to tell people 3 times this week not to pet Pumpkin because she's not friendly. I have a patch that I put on her that says, no touch, no talk, no eye contact. Yeah, so you're using your head. What's up, Craig? Yeah, you're using your freaking head, but you still have to watch them though. Like I'll have like a service dog vest on a dog. I'll be walking the dog in Home Depot or something, and somebody's like, making a kissing noise, or like you walk by a person, aww, trying to get the dog's attention. Fuck you. Fuck you. Leave everybody's dog alone. It's not your dog. You don't know its temperament. Oh, you see a dog, it's cute. Yeah, they're all cute. Okay? They're all cool. A wolf, if somebody had a wolf and they were walking through Home Depot, yeah, that's pretty cool. Right? It's no different than somebody walking through with a pug. Leave it alone. Because you know why? They're both related. Stop thinking that your dog can't bite, too. Because you know what? How many times have I heard this? Well, he never did that before. Well, he did now. Okay? It's always, he never did it before. Yeah, well, he did it now because you didn't train him properly. Yes, that's right. Toxic is 100% right. Always check your surroundings. You walk, man. It was a drag at times in Brooklyn. That's one of the reasons. Well, one of the reasons why you only train in one area. But at a point, I started venturing out in Brooklyn, taking the dog on subways, and you have to be like really conscious of like other people. The reason why you train in one area daily is to make it easier on the dog. You go there, they know what you're going to do. Oh, we're going here, we're going to drill, we're going to do training, right? So you do the yard work in one area, and when the dog's proficient, maybe you move to another area, and then you do it there for some time, and you don't move until you really know that the dog's functioning well, and move into like an area with a lot of traffic. Because, hey, knock it off. With he is doing a lot better. He was real vocal at times, and he's not peeing in this crate, which is great. The dog is not smarter than the average person. There's not one dog that is smart as any human on this planet, unless the human being is incapacitated in bed. So there is no dog. Dogs are not smart. They think their mind functions instinctually, and that's not so good, that part. So that's why you want to train the dog, because like Lutzi is now functioning with trained commands. That's the stuff you want. You don't want the instinctual stuff of like, I'm going to chase the cat. That dog's not safe. You chase a cat, run across the street, that shit's no good. Okay? So dogs are not, they don't ponder thought. It's not I love them. I'm not putting them down. I'm just saying this is factual. They don't think. What they do is respond. I see the cat, I run. They don't think about it. And to get them to stop running after the cat, it's muscle memory. So they've been running after the cat. It has to stop. Your dog bites. It has to stop biting and never bite again. And it's up to you to make sure it never happens. It's all muscle memory. Your dog does not think. It responds. Yeah, it has a brain. It has a brain. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it's not a thinking creature. It's not like us. So that's the problem with us humans. We think everything's like us, and they don't function like us. They just don't. It's non-human. I'm not putting it down, saying it's non-human. It's just factual. That's a mammal, but other than that, it's not really like us. It's more like other, he's more like a cow. He walks on 4 legs. We're bipedal. We cook our food. He does not. The cow doesn't cook its food either, but it's a grazing animal. But once again, you're not talking about an animal that like ponders thought. Maybe the great apes ponder some thought, but they're useless as far as like working with them goes. Like a chimp, please. And there was even a time when Coco the gorilla was behind, something. So it's not, they might be sort of like us, but, let's be real. Hey, knock it off! He's more like the cat. Puddin' as a dog I won't let off the leash in an area without a fence and alone. She's gotten a hold of a kitten, and has an extreme prey drive. I make sure that the dog works daily. Puddin's e-collar trained, though, isn't Puddin? I mean, if Puddin has a e-collar on, why you lock the dog? What? Why you lock the dog? Yeah, I would think, well, Bess, it's your dog. Hey, Toxic, What do you think this person's saying? Why you locked the dog? What? I don't know what that means. Do you have any idea what that means? Oh, is that what they're asking about? Why is the dog in the crate? Because it's not a cat. Okay. And if you let the young dog chase the cat, it's no good. Okay. Because they're an idiot. Hey, I gotta go deal. I gotta go let this. Hang on. I'll be right back because they're an idiot. Yeah. No, down. Doing the lessons with the owners, it's sort of exhausting. You know, I've been working with Lutzy and everything. We're getting progress here, but I'm looking forward tomorrow because it'll just be like Lutzy. Like if it's another dog too, that's fine. It's the lessons that are sort of exhausting because you got to critique them. You know, it's difficult learning leash technique. It is. It's difficult, and it's just there's this exhaustingness about it. I can't explain it. Like it's like I don't know. It's important. It's as important as the board and train itself. Without doing lessons with the owner, man, and just to be sure, like 3 days minimum, right? But just to be sure, I always recommend stay for 4. You know, because you might think that it's easy. Like a lot of people like see me doing it. Oh, he does it. I can do it. It's not that easy. And there's like these little nuances about like doing a correction and holding the leash that like it makes a huge difference. It does. It makes a huge difference. You're never gonna get the dog to function properly unless you're holding the leash correctly. You know, it's the truth. Like holding the leash, like if you can get that, and you can get the correction, the timing of the correction, holding the leash proper. That's half the battle. And don't let problems start, of course. And that's where the crate comes in hand. I tell this to people, man. There's a puppy that comes here. Don't let the puppy run around your house. When it's here, people are paying me to train the dog. You think I'm letting it run around the house? No, if it's out of the crate, I have it on a leash. You know, that's how it is. And if I have it on a leash, I probably have it outside and I'm training it. And then it comes back in, it decompresses, meaning it sleeps for an hour. And then I wake it up, take it outside, it goes to the bathroom, I train it again. It goes on all day. And with puppies, well, you can do it, you know, it does not necessarily an hour, it could be 45 minutes or whatever, but it has to decompress. And there's also a variable of like how long are the lessons that I'm doing. So like an 8-week-old puppy, man, I really might start off doing a lesson that's 8 seconds long. 8 seconds. That's it. Boy, you know, you see those eye drops that they're advertising that gets rid of presbyopia, like what is this, nearsightedness or far, whatever it is. Boy, it says like up to 45 or 50 or something. I'm 58, so I don't think that that'd work. Damn. I'm so sick of these glasses. If I had the money, I'd go get LASIX, but I don't have the money. Insurance will not cover it. Sucks, man. You don't know how much I hate glasses. And then I lose them, I can't find them. I have no idea where they are. Destiny, where are my glasses? Can you see them? And if I don't have glasses on and I'm looking for something, it's a real problem. But I mean, to have the glasses on, that's for stuff like that's close, like arm length, right? That's where it's helpful. If it's any farther than that, well, if it's any farther than that, it's not a problem. But it's still like I'll walk around and I'm like, where is this? I don't see it. And then, like yesterday, I was looking for, well, what was it? My keys, I think. Yeah, it was my keys, and they were on the floor. I was looking on tabletops and stuff, so they got knocked on the floor. So it's like, ah, shit. I don't know. That's my story. I've been doing stuff all day. I'll take this Vishla out though. Oh well, I'll do it right now. Hang on, let me get whoever's in. I'll take the Vishla out and show you. He's off leash. He's not gonna chase the cats. I'll tell you that. Are you, dingus? Oh, he's laying down. I don't know if I want to bother him. So he's laying down. That dog has got to be the tiniest dog I've ever met. What dog? I have a question. So my friend has another Chihuahua that is extremely tiny and can't find a collar to fit it. Do you have any collar brands? Man, they're hard to find. You could use a leather cat collar. They do make leather cat collars, but it has to be leather, right? Make sure it's leather. Or you could get the smallest leather collar you can find and then cut it down and punch holes into it. A lot of times I punch holes by taking a nail, right? Piece of wood, put it on the piece of wood. I put a hole with a nail. Then I get the drill out to sort of like make it a little bit cleaner. But if you can find a leather cat collar, that's what Mango used. I know that that's what it was. It's been years. But yeah, it's weird, right? They don't make them for like the 4-pound dog or something. That's because a lot of people don't, like a small dog is an excuse not to train it. Like, and then the small dog's a mess, you know? People, I'm gonna get a small dog. I don't have to train it. And yeah, there, Toxic, you can pull that off. You know, I don't have to train it. I'll have it use a litter box or wee pads its whole life. I'll never even have to take it out. Stupid. Right, Khaki? It's Khaki. I'm gonna, hang on. I'll be right back. And then I'm gonna take Lotsie out. He's gonna stay at heel. Right. He'll be off leash. And there's cats. There's a duck right here. He's not gonna fuck around. He's gonna stay at heel. Let's go out. So both cats are on the floor. They're around. There's Bucket right here, right? There's Bucket right there, right by the crate. I'm gonna let him out. Oh, here. Here. Let's go. Here. Let's go, buddy. Here. Good boy. Come on, buddy. Sit. Oh, sit. Now, one thing, like if I come in, Bucket might be in the break, so I get pee pads are horrible for dogs. And then you have somebody that like sees them on that sells them. What the hell? Yeah, what's up, Bug? Hang on, let me go get lots. Good job. Oh, here. Let's you count. Boy, you did great. Yeah, see, Bucket is right at the back door. Right at the back door, right in front of Lutzy. Lutzy bent down, smelled his head. I said, no, heel. See, Bucket doesn't run, so see, he helps with training here. And then we, that's it. Hang on, I gotta let Tonk out. Hang on. Yeah, I got this dog. It's gonna be a piece of cake. He is. No problem. No problem. No dog's a problem at this point. It's not. It's just easy. Oh, you want me to teach your dog a proper hold and retrieve? Okay, I think I can do it. Most dog trainers don't want to teach hold. They don't. I think it's important because if you control the mouth, see what I'm saying? You got the dog, you got the dog wrapped around your finger. So, like dogs, like a lot of times you'll see them, like I'll be working hold at the beginning and they're like, well, that dog doesn't look like he likes it. Yeah, well, he will when I'm done because we'll be doing retrieves. So, like at the beginning, like I think, like Baby, this pit that was here was real exuberant and was doing stuff more like, I don't know, it just looked like more like that dog was ridiculous, bouncing up and down. And Merlin wasn't. I wasn't worried a bit. I'm like, Merlin, please. And the owner said something like, it looks like she's into it more. And I'm like, no, not necessarily. Merlin, when he's learning stuff, it's just sort of more methodical and slow moving, which is good because like you want the dog to get it and then you can speed the dog up, like doing the weed pulls or something. That's what you want. That's sort of easier to deal with. That dog's sort of like, is really gonna get it and sort of gets it faster. It's muscle memory. Like the dog doesn't have to do a 200-yard retrieve. It has to do, a really good 10-foot retrieve. And after it's doing the 10-foot retrieve, then a 15-foot, a 20-foot, a 30-foot retrieve, and build it up. So the dog that can do a real good 10-foot retrieve consistently, and they're just going and getting it, you don't have to worry about increasing drive because they're doing retrieves. Once they start gaining speed, man, they just gain speed. That's like Merlin. He's hauling ass for his owners. I was looking at a video of one of the owners, the you know, took a video of the other owner doing the dummy launcher. Merlin was awesome. Freaking awesome. These people got it all figured out. They do. They still got to work on stuff. That leash technique is like, it's sort of it takes a few days to learn and a lifetime to master or something. Something like that. Anyway. All right, I'm going to go. I just want to talk about that real quick. I got to go. I got to get my shit together. I'm tired, man. You don't like my art? You don't like the Jesus dinosaur? You don't like my art? I wish you saw the golden I saw the other day on the walk. I was just walked past this house, and this golden walks towards the edge of the electric fence and just plopped down. Oh, you should get it then. You should get that. That's Peter Kane original. You should get it. Hey, I gotta I don't think that was a hater. All right, hardcore gamer. You should probably get my shirt. It's like. Anyway, it's about that. Anyway, I'll see you. I gotta go. I'll live stream later. Bye. Yeah. Listen, all of it, all the merch, every bit of it, is an original Peter Kane. Collect all of them. That's what I would do. If I wasn't me. It's all original art by me. See ya.